How can a single missile tilt the balance of war? On September 20th, 2025, Russia's Iskander answered that question in progress, Chernigov. In one strike, the eyes of Ukraine's S-300 PS were blinded, launchers torn apart, and its command post consumed by fire. At the same time, Kyiv's dream of fielding the Sapsan missile collapsed in the factories, where Russian strikes turned production lines into smoldering ruins. This wasn't just destruction. It was proof of fragility and a showcase of Russia's precision dominance. Check this out. When Russia unleashes its Iskander missile systems, the battlefield changes instantly. These tactical ballistic missiles are not just another weapon. They are precision tools of annihilation, designed to eliminate high-value enemy assets in one strike. With a range of up to 500 kilometers, supersonic speed, and advanced guidance systems combining inertial navigation with satellite updates, Iskander strikes leave little chance of survival for their targets. The missiles are engineered to evade electronic countermeasures, maneuver mid-flight, and strike with pinpoint accuracy. Against such a weapon, Ukraine's aging air defense and fragile missile infrastructure stand little chance. In a report by September 20th, this technological edge was once again demonstrated in brutal fashion. An Iskander strike slammed into a Ukrainian S-300 PS air defense position in progress, Chernigov region. The result was not simply damage, but it was complete obliteration. The missile destroyed the acquisition and engagement radar, the very eye of the system. 2 launchers were torn apart, a mobile command post erased, and supporting vehicles consumed by fire. Secondary detonations rocked the area, amplifying the chaos as flames engulfed the shattered remains. Footage released by the Russian Ministry of Defense showed Ukrainian forces scrambling to evacuate what was left, their prize system reduced to smoldering wreckage. In a single strike, one of Ukraine's remaining S-300 PS units had been annihilated, stripped from the battlefield without a chance to fight back. But Russia did not stop there. While the S-300 PS fell under direct missile fire, another blow landed deeper inside Ukraine's defense industry. Coordinated strikes involving long-range missiles and UAVs targeted enterprises connected to the Sapsan missile program. Unlike the S-300 PS, which is a relic of Soviet stockpiles, the Sapsan represented Ukraine's attempt to create its own operational tactical missile capability. If fully realized, it would have allowed Ukraine to threaten targets up to 600 kilometers away, even striking deep into Russian territory. That ambition made Sapsan a prime target. Russian strikes zeroed in on production facilities, missile storage depots, and research centers. The operation went beyond crippling Sapsan. It devastated Ukraine's broader defense ecosystem, hitting sites linked to UAV development, counter-drone technologies, and loitering munitions. Russian reports confirmed that every assigned target was destroyed. For Ukraine, it was more than the loss of physical assets. It was a blow to the dream of developing indigenous missile power. Factories stood in ruins, programs stalled, and the technological clock was turned back by years. The combined destruction of the S-300 PS on the battlefield and the Sapsan project on the factory floors underscores a single truth. Ukraine's systems are fragile. The S-300 PS, once hailed as a formidable Soviet air defense platform, has aged into obsolescence. With limited modernization, dwindling spare parts, and constant wear from war, these units are shadows of their former selves. Against Russia's relentless missile campaigns, they are hunted prey. The loss of radars and launchers in a single strike illustrates just how vulnerable they have become. Each destroyed S-300 PS further weakens the already thin shield protecting Ukraine's skies. The Sapsan program is even more vulnerable. Unlike the S-300 PS, which at least had decades of operational proof, Sapsan was still largely aspirational. Ukraine advertised it as a future deterrent, but future weapons mean nothing when factories are burning. Russian strikes have not just delayed the program, they have crippled it. Without production capacity, without secure storage, and without time to recover, Sapsan risks joining the long list of abandoned Ukrainian military projects. What was meant to be Ukraine's sword has been blunted before it ever left the forge. The destruction of these two systems is more than tactical success. It reshapes the strategic balance of the war. Every time an S-300PS is taken out, gaps open in Ukraine's air defense network. Those gaps are exploited immediately by Russian aviation and missile forces, which can strike with fewer risks of interception. When the shield is weakened, the sword is unnecessary. Russia can attack freely, knowing the defender is blind and exposed. Meanwhile, the blow to Sapsan strips Ukraine of its hope for long-range retaliation. Without these missiles, Ukraine cannot strike deep into Russian-held territory or population centers. This leaves Russia with freedom of initiative. Offensive operations are conducted on Russian terms, not Ukrainian. The battlefield tilts further in Russia's favor, not only through direct destruction, but through the psychological reality that Ukraine cannot match Russia's missile power. Russia's technological superiority is now evident. The Iskander is not just a missile. It is a demonstration of modern Russian missile warfare doctrine. Precision, speed, and inevitability define its strikes. Ukraine, by contrast, is left clinging to outdated hardware and shattered production dreams. Even Western-supplied systems cannot fully close the gap, especially when dispersed across multiple fronts and constantly hunted by Russian reconnaissance and strike assets. The initiative rests firmly with Russia. With Ukrainian air defense crippled and missile ambitions stalled, Russia has freedom to dictate when and where the next blows will fall. Each successful strike reinforces this dominance, while each Ukrainian loss deepens the sense of fragility. The war is no longer a contest of equals in missile warfare. It is a one-sided campaign where Russia smashes defenses and industry alike, reshaping the conflict's trajectory in its favor. So, that's the update from the battlefield for now. See you on other reports.